Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lena, aka Blondie, and you're watching the B word. And no, it doesn't mean bitch, but I can be one very, very quickly. Now, I want to take a moment and introduce a new segment called Q&A with Lena Corrales. Now, I'm actually comfortable right now because I just got out of the shower and I tried to do this video several times, but I kept getting interrupted. Now, this video, I don't know if it's going to be like my greatest idea or the worst idea I've ever had when it comes to like video projects. But I just recently downloaded this app called NGL, which is an anonymous app where you can submit questions to people or even comments, advice, or even confessions to somebody. And they won't know who it is unless they pay 99 cents to figure out who sent it out. And then at the end, the person who receives these questions, revise, whatever, it's up to them if they want to answer it or just keep it just on red. So I have had this app since I think for about 2 days, and I thought, wow, this is something that I was having fun with up until I was just like, okay, now I'm getting way too many. I need to think of something. So last night on Instagram, if you're not following me, please do so. I'm on Instagram. It's Hey Blondie Chick, all together. I will provide the link somewhere around in my video, or also it's always down below. You can follow me there. So I posted up a video and I was just kind of like, you know what? Submit questions to me and I will do a video for you guys answering every single one, even the ones I answered in my Instagram stories. So at first I had about like 13 and that number jumped to about 28. So we are going to answer all of them and we're going to have fun. And the first question, what are your dreams, ambitions, goals in life? Now, I do remember answering this question on Instagram and it was kind of very straightforward. I have way too many goals, dreams, and ambitions to even mention. The thing is that as human beings, we constantly evolve every year. So all those dreams, goals, and ambitions, they do end up changing over a course of time and they're never the same. So the one thing that I notice for me that it's always the same is I want to I want to live my life to the fullest, happy and without regrets. So that is the one goal, life, dream, ambition of mine that I want to maintain and I have thus far. Okay, so question number 2. This is not a question, it's more of a compliment or a comment. That smile, hair, and eyes never fail to melt me. And them assets, quote unquote, though. Thank you. I don't know what you mean by assets. I mean, I don't think I have a butt anymore. I used to, but I lost a lot of weight. I've had people tell me already if I've lost a lot of weight, and it's just the eating habits I've changed. But I know I have good legs, so I would take your word for it and say thank you. Number 3, you're hot. Thank you. Yes, it is hot here in California. Actually, I'm in the desert area, and today it was like 112 degrees, and it's dry heat, not humid heat that I'm used to in Florida. But I know what you meant temperature wise, right? No. Oh, you mean physically. Okay, thank you. Okay, so question number 4. Okay, so this is one of 2 that I actually skipped because of the fact that on my Instagram I have a lot of family members on there. So for them to see what they deem cochina or cochino, which is nasty in both men and female versions, I was like, I have to. That's why I was like, I wanted to do a video for you guys instead. So the comment is, I have fantasized about you for spank bank material. It was only once, but it's because you're really hot. Thank you. I love your honesty. I really do. Thank you so much. I was not expecting this kind of question. I honestly, it still kind of baffles me that I get these kind of compliments, and I can tell you this, that I would be grossed out in the past, like about like say 5 years ago, I would have been absolutely like disgusted. Now I'm just like flattered. So thank you. I never thought in a million years that I will be ever anybody's like fapping material. And I kind of made a slight joke saying that I should have opened up a OnlyFans because I could have just been selling prints to you guys. I don't know, but thank you, and you're welcome for, um, you know, the material I give you. So you're welcome. Okay, so next question is, would you like to have a family someday? The answer is yes. I would love to have a family someday. I did get two other questions that pick up off this one. So when I get there, I'll put both questions here so that way you can see them. But yes, someday I would love to have my own family. Can you imagine a little mini me with curly ass hair, and she's going to be a material girl or a material boy? So the next question is, I will forever stay with you, cherish and love you no matter what. You are beautiful in and out. I love you so much. Your smile brightens up my day, and just seeing that you're okay brings a smile to my face. Now, when I got this one, I actually was really touched. So you put a smile on my face. Whoever sent this one, you actually put a smile on my face, and I'm happy that I put a smile on your face. Thank you, and you're welcome. This one was actually really touching. I was not expecting to get something like this at all. So the next question is, when's our wedding? Now, first things first, I don't have a ring on my finger. I usually wear rings, but I never wear them on my ring fingers. And I never got an invitation, so I don't know when our wedding is. So no, I just lost count of how many questions I have. But this next one's not it's more of a compliment. Love your hair. Thank you. When I was trying to film the other times, my hair was up, but I just finished washing it and I laying it. I kind of dried it a little bit. It's still a little damp, but thank you. It was hard work to get my hair like this, so thank you. So next question is, we miss your cosplay days. Any plans to coming back to go back to it with Michelle and Brian? Now, if you guys don't know, Mitchie's real name is Michelle, so it's not Michigan or anything. And Brian is actually Mitchie's boyfriend, which is another friend of mine, which is one of my best friends actually. I can't speak for both Michelle and Brian, unfortunately. If little fun fact, Michelle and I and Brian were part of a group. We came up with our own group back when I was in Florida, called Technomatic Pop. We had a fan page and everything. We have it still, but it's just closed to the public. We used to cosplay together quite frequently, and we had so much fun doing so. I can't, like I said, I can't speak for Michelle and Brian. I do plan on cosplaying occasionally. So if I ever do go to a convention in the near future and I decide to, it's not going to be none of my extravagant costumes like I used to. It's probably going to be more of the costumes that I've been wanting to do, and that's about it. But I do plan on kind of dressing up for videos along with my live streams whenever the opportunity occurs. However, this Thursday I do have a video with me in costume reviewing a movie that came out last month. So be on the lookout for that one. So it's my first one actually, people. So be gentle. It's been a while. All right, so the next question is, every time I see you, the horny enters my body full force. I want to wear your thighs like earmuffs. Okay. I'm smiling about this one because I am impressed with your boldness. So thank you. The only thing, I'm just thinking of those people that really work out and they crush like a watermelon between their thighs. I'm like, I hope that's not what you want. Because, okay. But, yeah, I know I have good legs, but fuck, thank you for the compliment, I guess. I don't know. Like, I don't know how to respond to that one. That one caught me off guard a little bit. You caught me off guard. But yeah, thank you. I guess thanks. It's one way of saying that I have nice legs. Thank you. All right, so next question is, what activities do you like to do? I have a lot of activities. I am a very active person. I used to not be very active. I used to cosplay and pretty much that was it. Now I paint, I do photography, I write, I journal. I read. What else do I do? I got into pickling fruits and vegetables and making jams and jellies. I do cook and bake, which I have a degree in culinary arts within baking and patisserie. I do videos just like this. I do play video games, and I also do tarot, which is something that I have been doing since the age of 18. And I never really like showcased it. I just have been doing it. I've been doing tarot readings since I was 18 years old. But I also do play sports. I play basketball, volleyball. I have a volleyball in my trunk of the car, by the way. I play tennis, baseball, softball, football. Pretty much any sports that's competitive, I will play. Golf, I don't. I can't. I don't know. I can't get into that one. But yeah, I try to stay as active as I can. Okay, let me see. What's the next question? Okay, so this one's more of a compliment, but I'm gonna probably add a little tip for you. Okay, so you are like you really are gorgeous, and the way you carry yourself and the clothing style you make you absolutely sexy. That tummy, right? Parentheses that tummy. Um, I can only hope that I can only hope to one day have the same level of confidence and self love that you do. Thank you. It wasn't easy. It was a long road, and I'm still building some confidence up. I'm still doing a lot of self love. I mean, I have love for myself like there's no tomorrow, but I took some time. It took me a long time. My best advice for anybody that is trying to start somewhere of self love and self care and self confidence is one of the most important things for me was to forgive those and myself. So for those, I know a lot of people are drawing lines with family and friends and people from their past, basically. And you can't really directly forgive them. Do an indirect forgiveness. You know, write them a letter that you're never going to send, and you can rip it up, throw it away, or even burn it, but burn it safely, please, and just let it go, and that's it. Like, and I'm not saying like, oh, let it go. It's gonna take time. Okay, there are some issues in my life that I have been having issues trying to let go, but I've gotten a better grasp on it and a better understanding that as long as I can forgive myself for putting myself in situations where I had no control, because every situation we're ever in, when there's no control, we panic as people. And it's perfectly natural for people to panic. But for me to understand that when something's out of hand and I can't take control, it is fine to walk away from it. For self love, I pamper myself. I show myself what I want in a relationship, and that's honesty and communication and being supportive and being independent and being able to be there for myself. And when you start showing yourself that self love, that's the love that you expect to receive when you are in a relationship with someone else. If you just broke out of a relationship, spend time with yourself. A lot of times people don't even know what the hell they want in a relationship right away, and especially in their 20s. So I hope you the best, and I hope that one day when you burst out of your cocoon and you're a beautiful monarch butterfly or a bitching dragon, if anything, let me know if any of my advice has helped you. I might do more. I used to do, but yeah, that's mine. But thank you for the compliment. Like I said, it wasn't easy, but you know, it gets easier every single day. Okay, so next question is, what do I like in a guy? Now, this one's actually kind of straightforward. I've mentioned in my last response. I like communication. I like guys who can actually communicate on how they feel. If there's an issue in our relationship or there's just something I'm doing that bothers them, speak up. I like to talk things out because of the fact that I've had past relationships, and I don't blame my past relationships for anything. It just opened my eyes to what was missing from my relationships in the past. And one of it was communication, because a lot of times after the breakup, I ended up basically telling them how I felt, and they would tell me the same thing. And it was always, the communication was always missing. Another thing is that I actually like guys that are older than me, and this is where it comes into play where people are like, oh, you have a daddy issue or you have a daddy kink or something. It's not that I have a daddy issue or daddy kink. My dad was very involved. My dad, in the sense of my uncle who took on the role as my dad, was very involved in my life. So he was always there, very supportive. I just like older guys. It is something that I actually genuinely like. I've dated people that were younger than me, and I don't like it. I have a preference to that. I've never liked it. So, yeah. Another thing is that if you can look good in a suit and street clothes, yeah, you're good. Just joking, but no, it's true. If you look good in a suit as well as street clothes, and I do like guys that are a little corny. I know, like, love guys who can take a joke. That can actually poke fun at themselves. That's a sign of self confidence. Because if you can be confident and poke fun at stuff about yourself, like I poke fun about myself all the time. If you can, it's like awesome. Like it really can make a big difference for me actually. And also, if you can make me smile and you can make me laugh, which is the basic things too. Like every girl wants the guy who can make them smile, make them laugh. You got a surefire like way. So, all right. So next question. So this one's where I'm gonna put both questions because I have one that asks the same thing and I don't want to repeat myself. So both questions are gonna be here. If you want kids, how many do you want? Now, two. I was gonna make a joke about that one, but I don't want someone to be like, God damn, two. If I can get twins, I'm set. But push comes to shove, and they want another one, I will be more than happy to give three. But 2 to 3, that's about it for me. Next question is, what do you look for in a long-term relationship? So going back into what I like about guys, long-term relationships, communication, honesty, respect, support, um, and commitment is another one, as well as I would say this because maybe I'm just a hopeless romantic, but someone that is romantic. Next question is this one. What motivates you? Now, I can easily just say family and friends, but personally, yeah, I can. But my real answer for this one is knowing that if I have a bad day, week, month, or year, I know that tomorrow or next week or next month or next year is a clean slate, that I can start new, that I can try again. And like, I'm not sitting here that, oh, I have like every day is an awesome, everything is awesome in my days. No, I actually do have some bad days and I remember those bad days very well. Great example was April 9th. Like, I had a mental breakdown and it was a very bad day. And I like broke down and I started crying, but I knew that tomorrow was going to be a better day. And yes, the next day I was still kind of like hung up about it because it still bothered me. And but I know for a fact that those who are my true friends and family members are there for me. Those are who are truly there for me, will always be waiting for me there at the end of the day. And that's kind of what motivates me to just keep going and putting a foot forward and knowing that I'm not a failure. Knowing that I make mistakes and I'm only human, that I just learn from those mistakes and do better and try to do better, actually. Not do, but try to be better. This is the one I've been wanting to get to. Currently dating anyone, and this is a two-parter, so it's going to be two questions. Are you a part of the Alphabet Mafia? So current status, and I had one so it's going to be right here too. Current status is, yes, I'm single. I've been single for about 5 years. And I've been doing a lot of self-love, self-care during those 5 years. And are you part of the Alphabet Mafia? Yes, I am. I am a straight ally, obviously, but I also do fall on the asexual, demisexual spectrum. Next question. Who's your least liked friend? Okay, I don't have least liked friends. I love people. I cannot. I really don't. I don't want to. Even if I did, I would not bring that person's name up. It's kind of messed up, to be honest. But I have no less liked friends. I actually love people. I love meeting new people, and even like the people that I personally don't like, I don't say I hate them. I just personally don't talk about them or don't even bring them up. Okay. You talk about Mitchie a lot. Do you have other best friends? Okay. The reason why I bring Mitchie up a lot is because she's been my best friend she's been like, not even my best friend. She's been like there for me for 20 plus years. We've known each other since middle school. So we've known each other for quite some time. However, yes, I do have other friends. I have Brian, who I've known for about 15. I know my friend Christina here in California.
for about 10, 11 years, I believe. And I have my friend Gabe, who lives in Georgia, who I've known for about the same amount of time for Brian, because Brian was the one that introduced me to Gabe. And then I have CJ from CJack Production, who I've known about for almost a year. And he's a good friend. He's like a good friend of mine. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. He's the best friend of mine because he's actually one of the most supportive people. And that's why I constantly have him on here. I also have my friend Carlos, or DJ Karu, up in New York. I've known him through many years through the cosplay community. My best friend Nick and his girlfriend Jessica. I forgot about that boy. Nick, I've known since high school. We actually went to the same high school. And Jessica, I met through him when I was part of the cosplay community. So those two are considered my close friends as well. Oh, okay. This one I actually. What are your thoughts on the current state of affairs? I'm going to be honest. I am pro-choice. It is your body. It's my body. It's my choice. I when I got the news about it, I was absolutely devastated. I actually started crying. I started empathizing with every single woman that I saw on TV crying. I used to think that you can be both pro life and pro choice, but you can only, I guess, be one. I love life, I really do, but at the end of the day, it is my body, it's my choice. If I want to have a child, I can have a child. If I don't want to have a child, I can get my tubes tied, or I can, just have an abortion. I do take birth control. I do take Depo, which is another form of birth control, which does cancel out your period for 3 months. So I've always taken precaution on my body. It's like I said, my body, my choice. I am conflicted right now because I don't know what's going to happen. I am terrified that they're going to start stripping away a lot of stuff that people have worked so hard for. I do have hopes that there could be a turnaround. I hope. But I currently, like right now, like I said, I currently live in California where it is legal to have an abortion here, and you will not be prosecuted for having an abortion. Neither will your doctor. So that's where I'm currently standing at. And I'm usually quiet about political stuff because for me to voice my political views on anything it still scares me because especially with my family. Um, it scares me a little bit. It still scares me, and I still come sometimes get a little bit uncomfortable. But I do like talking about these kind of things with friends, like close friends, and we do have disagreements and all that. But this question actually meant a lot to me. All right, so next. Read any good books lately? Yes, I actually have. I read two good books. I'm currently reading one still. I had to reread it. The one I'm currently reading is called The Red Lotus. Is really good. It's a kind of like a suspense thriller kind of book. The book that I read is called The Things You Can See Only When You Slow Down. This one is written by a Buddhist monk. It's really good. It breaks down to 8 chapters, and each chapter gives you an opportunity to reflect on what you read. And each of the chapters it's like talks about certain things in life, and the passages are very short, and then he gives you like quotes to read and to think about, and a lot of the quotes really hit home, close to home. But there is one other book that I am reading. I think it was called the Family Upstairs. Is another one that I actually have to start reading. So those are like 3 good books I've been reading. Okay, next question is: would you like to travel and come to the UK? I'm gonna tell you this. This is one of my teenage dreams. I have been wanting to go to the UK ever since I was a teenager. Like I've always wanted to fly out to the UK, to France and Italy and Germany and all those different countries. But the UK or England, I have been dying to go. Okay, next question. Okay, what does your perfect slash dream life look like? Okay. I read this one in the car when I was working because I was waiting in line in a Jack in the Box to pick up an order. And I was like, bro, I can easily just say my husband living in like Malibu in the Malibu hills with my washboard ab husband waiting like on signed up for another like reboot of Lethal Weapon. No. Um Here's the thing is that what can be perfect in my eyes can be imperfect in yours. Um I have like two scenarios to be honest. One of but they always have the same thing to be honest, and that is my perfect or dream life is to live comfortable where I can wake up and be happy and be in a sense where I feel safe, I feel loved, I feel supported, I feel comfortable being able to be like, hey, I own this place. Hey, this is my place. I would love to live not in this because like I keep saying I would love to live in the city. I would actually like to live in a really nice neighborhood that is secure where I can raise my kids comfortably. And I know that no place is perfect, but there's other places where I would love to. I would also love to live out on the countryside and just have a quaint little house, you know, nice house with a garden, a massive garden, like a vegetable garden, of fruits and all that. An orchard, something like that. I've always like as much as I said I would love to live in the city, I always see myself as the type of person that can live out in like the country and just thrive on my own or like thrive with like a garden and all that. I hope that answers your question. Okay, that one. Okay, next question is what would you do if you won the lottery? Okay, so I'm going to tell you a quick story about this actually. Same question I got. When I used to work in Chaconis down in South Beach, Florida, I used to go to this little bar. It was like a hole in the wall with all the waiters and the other chefs and managers of the restaurant once it was closed. And there was a guy that myself, a friend of mine, Andrew, and one other person, I do not remember who was with us, was like talking to this guy, and he was a local, and he was asking like us questions, like, really kind of deep questions where you really had to think about it. And he asked me, and all of us actually, he's like, what would you do if you won the lottery, right? Because we're talking about the lottery. So everyone was saying like, "Oh, I'll buy a car. I'll pay off all of my student loans. I'll buy my parents a house." And I sat there and I was thinking about it because I was just like, "Shit, what would I do?" Now, when they asked me, they were all laughing like, "Oh, you know what you would do?" I mean, like, "Fuck, Alina, what if you had like won the lotto? What would you do?" And the guy looked at me and smiled and was saying like, "If you have to think about what you want to do, that's a really good sign because you're not just thinking about yourself, but you're thinking about others as well." And I sat there and I just said, "Yeah, to be honest, is exactly what I was doing." I always thought about it like if I had won the lotto, the first thing I would do is see, I have to think about it. The one thing I would do is I would take my grandmother and take her to Hawaii to see her niece, not her niece, her grandkids, her great grandkids, and her granddaughter, my cousin. I would also most likely probably purchase myself a place, and I would invest a lot of the money into charities, along with basically investing in myself to kind of like continue growing what I want. But primarily, I feel like a huge chunk of it would go to charities, including the LGBTQ community, women's rights, animal organizations, as well as the would for mental as well as for mental health. I'm like trying to think of it, but there's a lot of stuff that I would do with that money. I wouldn't just spend it all and like, oh, I'm gonna buy a nice house. I'll probably buy like a basic like apartment and that's it, and probably get some tools that I need for myself to continue growing as a person, and then everything else would be for helping other people. That would be what I would do. Yes, I got this question again, and this is the last question finally. Okay, this one I got this morning. I actually did like this one. Even though you look composed, I can tell that you I can tell that you're a low I can tell you're low key a freak. I'm not gonna lie, yes I am. I used to think a lot of people thought I was very vanilla. And I thought so too. That's what I always thought. But I had a friend of mine the last party I went to was in Florida and it was for a fetish party. And he kept telling me over and over, like, you seem like the most dominant person. I said, well, and I thought about it. I said, I'm not really dominant. I got older, thought about it more every so often. And I was just kind of like, You know what? Kind of I am. But yeah, I am. I'm not gonna lie. I am kind of low key freaky. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Like this video, hit subscribe, and hit that bell icon to be notified whenever I upload a new video. Also, I do want to thank everybody that has been subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much. I cannot wait to continue working on more videos for you guys. Until then, I am Lena, aka Blondie, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Also, please, please, please be kind, rewind, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.